Hello everyone, and welcome to my B&B Gossips update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. To divert Sheila's attention, does Rich pretend to have an affair with Taylor? Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful suggest that Sheila Sharp may soon receive some unsettling hints. Sheila might have to reconsider the help Taylor Hayes has been providing Deacon Sharp in light of several red flags. Sheila credits Taylor for helping Deacon bring the heat, and she is currently ecstatic about their hot reunion. Deacon did receive assistance from Taylor, but not in the manner Sheila believes. It felt like the first time all over again because Deacon was thinking about Taylor during his crazy outburst with Sheila. Even though Sheila is ecstatic at the moment, what would happen if she began to receive hints of cheating? Deacon and Taylor appear to be going to keep sneaking around behind Sheila's back. Taylor and Deacon's love will explode like never before, and their secret will only get bigger. What happens if Sheila eventually picks up on some clues that make her think Deacon is having an affair? Taylor might end up becoming Sheila's main suspect given how close Deacon has become to her. If they don't act quickly, Steffi Forrester Finnegan might become alarmed and alert Ridge Forrester that Taylor might not survive. Could Ridge even pretend to have an affair with Taylor in order to hide the truth? In order to divert Sheila's attention, it's simple to imagine a sultry scene in which Ridge pulls Taylor into a kiss in front of her. Sheila wouldn't have any trouble believing that Taylor and Ridge were lured back to the other on B&B as many times as they have. At this point, Sheila might even corner Taylor by herself and demand that she be treated better than Ridge. Ridge may contend that he must tidy up Taylor's mess and keep her safe, but Brooke Logan Forrester would undoubtedly be upset about this. In order to persuade Sheila that Taylor poses no threat to her marriage, Ridge may need to act as though they have reunited. Of course, if Ridge really starts to feel something for Taylor again, that plan might backfire. Additionally, Deacon may blow everything up in the end because he can't avoid Taylor. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, there will undoubtedly be some unexpected developments, so don't miss any amazing Sheila news. Katie's fashion company. Is it dead? On The Bold and the Beautiful, Katie Spencer put all of her eggs in Eric Forrester's stylish basket, and now it's back to haunt her. The clothing designer has returned to his rightful place at Forrester Creations. But without Eric and his showstopper, will Katie's business succeed? Find out by continuing to read. If the Forresters weren't already after Katie Spencer, they very certainly are now. She took Rich Forrester's father in addition to Brooke Logan's name. According to spoilers, Rich Forrester will fulfill his pledge and sue Bill Spencer and his spouse to prevent them from using Eric Forrester's designs. Her lead designer, Katie Spencer, has already left. For the designs they believe they own, Dollar Bill and his spouse will fight fiercely. But they don't have any clothing to sell in the interim. She does have Deke Sharp, but he lacks the necessary experience to run the entire business. How much longer can Dollar Bill continue to invest in a business that isn't profitable? As a businessman, Dollar Bill understands when it's best to go while things are still favorable. Spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Bill and his wife will need to have a private conversation about the wedding gift that is becoming a money trap next week. She may have to confront reality and end Logan's relationship unless Katie and Deke Sharp can work a miracle. Do you believe Katie's business will be shut down? Or does the new fashion house still have a chance? Hope quits Forrester to join Logan because she is tired of Steffi's bossiness. According to teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Hope Logan is tired of Steffi Forrester's commands. Will Hope leave Forrester to work for Logan Designs? In the episode that aired, Steffi listened in on Hope Logan and Deke Sharp once more. Steffi made it plain that she would not tolerate Hope and Deke pushing Deacon Sharp to date Taylor Hayes. Deacon is obviously in love with Taylor, but Hope and Deke are unhappy that he is still seeing Sheila Sharp. Taylor has acknowledged that she wants to be with Deacon, and that she loves him. But if Taylor doesn't avoid Deacon, Steffi has threatened to keep her kids from her. Will Taylor be able to keep her word to Steffi and avoid Deacon? After Steffi's visit, Hope made an effort to maintain her composure, but that didn't work well. Hope's anger increased as she gave it more attention. Additionally, Hope is still upset with Steffi for forcing her to fire Deke, rather than offering him a shot at Forrester when Thomas Forrester chose to return to Hope for the future. Things just keep piling up because Hope has been harboring a great deal of animosity towards Steffi. Despite being co-CEO of Forrester Creations, Steffi has no right to dictate to Hope what to do with her father. Additionally, Steffi is not her mother's protector. When it comes to other people's romantic life, where does Steffi get off dictating? If Steffi doesn't back down, Hope might be so tired of Forrester that she moves to Logan Designs. This may provide Hope with the chance to collaborate with her brother. Deke didn't have a good shot at Forrester, so maybe Katie will give him an opportunity to prove himself. Katie hoped Eric Forrester would actually design Logan's debut collection. But Hope might be the next best thing if Eric doesn't make it. Will Logan Designs be saved by Hope and Deke? Since things didn't work out for Deke at Forrester, would Hope finally have the opportunity to work with him at Logan? Will Logan succeed thanks to Katie and Deke? Here's why, in spite of her past, Sheila deserves every bit of sympathy. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Deacon Sharp, a recent patient, and psychiatrist Taylor Hayes go into the realm of friends with benefits. This plot has a lot of flaws, but the most important one is that Sheila is a victim and for once there is no blame. Let's see how this vixen might be saved at last. Why is Taylor violating the ethical pledge of her profession, if she is such a global humanitarian hero? When Deacon was still a patient, she was holding hands and kissing him. Although their business relationship terminated, the law does not consider them to have been intimately linked for just a few hours. Deacon is married, and similar to pregnancy, there is no such thing as kind of married. Sheila is the victim of this scheme since Deacon, like Taylor, is violating moral and legal obligations. One may say that following Rich Forrester's most recent unpleasant rejection, Taylor is bouncing into Deacon's arms. It doesn't make it right even if that is the case. Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes, Taylor's daughter, must intimidate her into acting morally. Steffi put Taylor in a difficult situation by stating that she had to decide between Deacon and her grandchildren. Should it have reached this point at all? For better or worse, Deacon made a promise to Sheila. Although he is not the first to break his holy marital promise, this does not absolve him of being a cheater. They also say that if he cheats on you, he will cheat on you. Take-on is all about lust, let's be honest. Taylor and Deacon are enamored and may be drawn to the concept of forbidden fruit. Do you think Sheila should be lied to and humiliated due of her vile background, BMB fans? Or does it matter what bones she has in her closet? Does she still deserve to be treated with respect and dignity? At Ivy, Steffi interrupts Taylor and Deacon Daphne's accusations. After making up in the Forrester office, Finn and Steffi eventually talk about Taylor's feelings for Deacon. Deacon and Taylor are also making out in Taylor's office. As he flashes to his kiss with Elektra, RJ is also considering making out at the design office. They catch up as Daphne walks in. She inquires as to whether he has a particular target in mind. Elektra is with Will's fan club in the showroom, and they fish to see if they've broken up. Elektra acknowledges that they have. Jamie and Kingsley exchange a knowing glance while feigning anger on Elektra's behalf. When they inquire about what transpired, Ivy enters, chases the other two away, and then reprimands Elektra. "I can't help it," the younger woman sobs. "I'm missing Will." Ivy lectures Elektra about wasting energy pining over Will, who she's glad to tell out, still has Dylan on the property, as she declares her heart is broken, showing no sympathy at all. Ivy lies and tells her that Will returned her necklace. This is completely inappropriate. Back in Taylor's office, she reminds Deacon that they can't do this because the stakes are too high and stops him from beating her. They reiterate Sheila's warning and Steffi's ultimatum. Deacon argues that although he gave Sheila everything she wanted, Taylor was the only thing on his mind. She pleads with him to stop. Daphne makes fun of RJ in the design office by saying that all the young ladies are swooning over him. When she brings up Will and Elektra, he growls that the man is a complete jerk and laments that he picked Elektra's buddy over her. RJ objects, saying he could have hired her a hotel room, while Daphne claims he was assisting Dylan. If only Elektra's letter had gotten through to him. Daphne muses as RJ laments that Will didn't have the class to break up with Elektra in person after she left him a letter. Ivy appears, touching RJ's arm in a creepy way and commenting on his workout. Ivy tells Daphne not to interfere as he leaves. "Leave my niece's life alone." "Like you have, Ivy," yells Daphne. Will interrupts Steffi and Finn in the main office. Will gives the brunette his resignation letter when the doctor leaves. He needs to go even though he doesn't want to for Elektra. He's working hard there and Steffi wants he will stay. They make fun of Bill for being a control freak, and Will acknowledges that he enjoys working independently at Forrester, but he doesn't want to cause Elektra any discomfort. Before Steffi tells Will that she won't let him go, the conversation momentarily shifts to Dylan. Will feels somewhat relieved. Will and Elektra eventually meet in person in the showroom after that. He made some decisions that she is still unable to comprehend. So did you, he snarks. She adds she does too when he admits that he came in to quit, but Steffi persuaded him to stay. Taylor and Deacon argue and quarrel in Taylor's office until Steffi knocks, enters and becomes frightened. Deacon, you can't be here. You will never be able to visit my mom again. Do you understand that? Daphne asks Ivy in the design office. How could you? Ivy urges her to shut up. Will and Elektra adore each other. She is accused by Daphne of orchestrating their entire breakup. Ivy claims that the night before her niece offered herself to Will, he had an affair. This is cruel and dishonest, Daphne laments. Daphne is certain that Ivy knows deep down that what she is doing is wrong. Ivy remarks that Will currently has another woman residing at his home. And you won't stop me, she says, vowing to do all within her power to keep Will away from Elektra. Will is prepared to move on and extend forgiveness to Elektra in the showroom. He wants to turn their life around and she affirms that she still loves him. He wants her back because he loves her so deeply. They share a kiss. Dylan's actions, according to Elektra, were a betrayal. Dylan and Will babysit Hayes while she was in San Francisco on a work vacation. However, that wasn't the only thing that occurred. Will lay back on the couch while Dylan performed a ballet dance for him after the child had fallen asleep. Her dancing seemed to pique his curiosity a bit too much. Ivy watched from outside the window as she changed into a bikini and went for a swim. Will also became vulnerable with Dylan that same evening. He acknowledged that, particularly in light of the Luna incident, he felt like a burden in Elektra's life. He wasn't sure if she thought he was a better boyfriend. Anyone would doubt their friendship in light of these recent events. Bullock hinted that Elektra betrayed her friend, rather than the other way around in a recent interview with Soaps.com. Will now needs to decide between Elektra and Dylan. Dylan really had no idea what to do when Elektra wanted Will to choose between them, and I think that she was hurt by Elektra and felt a little bit betrayed, Bullock clarified. Dylan is understandably upset that Elektra didn't give a damn about her friend's security and well-being. She made an effort to return to the streets. Will, however, refused to back down. But Ivy took advantage of this miscommunication to her advantage. To give the impression that they were no longer together, she took Will's necklace and Elektra's letter. Will also believed he spotted Elektra kissing RJ. However, she was unwilling to give him a kiss. Instead, he exploited her weakness as a chance. Bullock said, "The whole thing is such a misconception of what happened with Elektra and RJ. Will and Dylan don't agree," the actress even acknowledged. She appears to have a one-sided crush on him for the time being. He may be grateful for the attention he received from another attractive woman, but Elektra is still on his mind.